Hello and welcome to World in 5. Zimbabwe has recorded a 21% increase in crime, with some of the most common crimes including theft, robbery, sexual offences, drug-related crimes and murder. This is according to the latest data from the fourth quarter of last year released by the Zimbabwe National Statistics Agency. Zimstat uses the police recorded crime data collected monthly.
Between October and December last year, police recorded 221,596 offences countrywide. This represents a 21.5% increase from 182,427 offences recorded in the third quarter. Zimbabwe's crime rate has continued on an upward trend from the second quarter of the year under review. The national crime rate was 1,459 crimes per 100,000 people in the fourth quarter, an uptick from 1,201 per 100,000 observed in the previous quarter. This is according to data showed by the Zimbabwe National Statistics Agency earlier today.
Coming to acts leading to death or intending to cause death, there were 326 cases of intentional homicide. And this was a rate of 2.1 offenses per 100,000 population. And then intentional homicide, there were also non-attempted intentional homicide. There were 324 offenses recorded, translating to a rate of 2.1 per 1,000 population.
A Beitbridge woman is appealing for donations worth $800 to fund a medical operation for her husband, who has battled cancer for over 17 years. Miliet Ndo said her husband, Laston Quinica, aged 64, developed a cancerous growth, which is covering 3/4 of his mouth. Now, Quinica can hardly speak and is struggling to eat. She said in the last few years, they tried to get medical help in major hospitals in South Africa and Bulawayo without success. They intend to go for an operation at Parenyatwa Group of Hospitals in Harare. The couple has 4 children. Those willing to help can contact Mrs. Ndo on 0782 360 383 and 0777 484 114, or visit the couple in Hamaushe village, some 5 kilometers east of Lutumba Growth Point in Beitbridge. Police in Bulawayo have arrested a man and his wife, as well as 2 other gang members, after they were busted with more than 5 tons of copper cables at their Mahachula home. Bulawayo Police spokesperson Inspector Abednego Ncube told ZTN Prime that the bust was as a result of collaboration between Bulawayo residents and the police. Bulawayo's Bonnie and Clyde were identified as Tapfumane Muzarabani and his wife Tracy Ncube, and their accomplices are Alan Mujgiwa and Hebron Chiangwa.
From CID homicide, received information from members of public and carried out a more than 2-week surveillance on the suspects, leading to a raid in a house in Mahachula yesterday and the arrest of the 4. The accused persons were found with more than 5 tons of copper cable in 2 different rooms in a house that they are renting in Mahachula. The owner of the house is a 64-year-old man who is staying elsewhere, unaware that his premises are used for keeping stolen copper cables.
An artisanal miner, Divine Majoni of Goken North, was arraigned before the Magistrates Court in Kadoma on the 1st of March 2024, facing murder charges. It is alleged that on the 25th of February 2024, at Kanyemba 9 mine battlefields, Kadoma, a dispute arose between 2 Machete gangs, the Maziga gang and the Mandebele gang. The dispute was centered on who had the right to enter the mine shaft through the breather. This disagreement escalated into a violent clash, including machetes, axes, and knives. During the course of the fight, the accused person struck Atwo Siweche on the head with a machete, resulting in his death. The accused person was remanded in custody to the 27th of March 2024. Protesters marched on London's Downing Street on Saturday, forming the largest demonstration amid a nationwide event called Stand Up to Racism, held all across the country. Demonstrators came up in their thousands, with groups from all over the country calling for an end to racist violence and extremism in all its forms. The Stand Up to Racism demonstration is the first in a series of events leading up to the United Nations Anti-Racism Day on March 21.
People suddenly have this license, or they have the right, they can just abuse people verbally on the train, public transportation, especially when you're on your own and then you get physical attack. And it's not just like, you know, in poor area, in everywhere.
I was essentially blocked and barred from taking part in my university's sort of political life, in getting involved in sort of like groups and cultural societies. And it was all because I stood up for myself as a Chinese person.
And that's all we had for you on World in 5. Good afternoon and thank you for watching.